What's up? What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so it's time now that we have a conversation about Angel Reese. The media has been ignoring her play, and 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 I think it's time the media be held out. The media be called out for this. It's time to be called out for this because a lot of these podcasts and a lot of the people in the media had no problems crapping on Angel Reese when she has bad games, when she's missing a lot of shots. Okay, they have no problem with that, right? They have no problems calling her out when she's not playing well, or they don't have a problem talking about her when she's somehow connected to some sort of controversy. Either a controversy linked with Caitlin Clark, where she's the bad guy, or somebody else, where she portrays the bad guy. That's what they've been doing, right? But for once, can some of these people in the media talk about her actual play? Because you know how these people that so much they work on the game, work on the game, work on the game. And if they have been actually paying attention, well, apparently she has been working on her game. Today, against the Minnesota Lynx, who I believe have the best record in the WNBA, the Chicago Sky defeated them 87-81. Now, the Chicago Sky is still only 7-13, but that's a vast improvement over their previous record, which a week or so ago, a week and a half ago, was 3-10. They're now 7-13, which still puts them a ways off, but they're about 3 spots away, or a 3-game winning streak. I'll put it like that. They're about a 3-game winning streak away from being in playoff contention, which earlier this year seemed to be an impossibility for them to reach. Now, that's more important than individual accolades, but I do want to point out something about Angel Reese. Today, she had 19 points on 8 of 14 shooting, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. And it wasn't just her, obviously, even though this was her 8th consecutive double-double. Camila Cardoza also had a double-double for the team. Ariel Atkins had 27 points, and Rachel Benham had 5 3-pointers for the Chicago Sky, as they got a big signature win against a good team. That's something that they had not been able to really accomplish much this year, getting signature victories against some of the better teams in the WNBA. Nafisha Collins, I think her name is actually Nafisha Collier. Still trying to learn some of these chicks' names. Now, I believe Nafisha Collier is the leading WNBA MVP candidate. She played for the Minnesota Lynx. She had 26 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Unbelievable game. Right? Unbelievable game. I do want to mention that I think Caitlin Clark came back yesterday, and the media did a real good job of covering up her shooting. I'm not going to go into specifics. She did have 12 points. She did have a good assist-turnover ratio, but they hid the fact that, once again, she shot like shit. I think she was like, was it 2 of 9, 1 of 7, something like that, from downtown? I forget. But anyway, I'm not going to really dwell into that. She's just having a rough stretch. You know what I'm saying? That happens to basketball players. She can easily turn it around and have a really, really hot stretch. But right now, I can say that Angel Reese is having a better season than Caitlin Clark. That's a fact. That's not a misguided opinion. That's a fact. She's shooting about 78% from the line, 78, 79% from the line, which is a vast improvement over what she was shooting before, especially earlier last year. She's averaging nearly 4 assists a night. For the season, she's averaging 13.6 points and 12.8 rebounds. And she's shooting about 43.4% from the floor, which is actually right on average for a WNBA player. So, you know, she's shooting about what most WNBA players shoot. So she's definitely heading in the right trajectory. But yet I saw today, I saw another, I guess, parody photo of Angel Reese, you know what I'm saying, as far as the cover of WNBA NBA 2K26. They showed her carrying a brick instead of a basketball. And I'm just saying to myself, like, do y'all even watch basketball at this point? Are y'all even just paying any attention to what's actually going on, or you just go with these narratives? Because I'll be honest with you, if you really want to be a jokester at this, then we need to portray Caitlin Clark not only carrying a brick, but also having apple turnovers pop off her body left and right over the court. I mean, we just want to be honest, but I'm just not playing that game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to play the game. I'm going to try to be the bigger man. But, you know, I do want this to happen. Last year, when Caitlin Clark started playing like lightning, you know what I'm saying, like gangbusters, I had to eat crow. I had to sit there and say, you know what? I was wrong when she started off the season poorly, right? I was wrong. My take on it was wrong. But I noticed I'm not seeing a lot of Caitlin Clark fans who hate Angel Reese at least grudgingly admit it. Okay, she's having a good year. For some reason, you guys are incapable of doing it. You know? But anyway, shout out to Angel Reese and shout out to all of the members of the Chicago Sky. Hopefully, they can continue this good stretch and actually get into the postseason when it really matters. And as far as the NFL Fever is concerned, I think that Caitlin Clark fans need to appreciate that they have a good team around her because they were able to win without her, and they've been able to win when she's not playing very well. But I hope that Caitlin Clark turns it around and has a good year, because this is what my new approach is about this. I'm going to try, even though it's hard at times, I'm not going to let these trolls make my basketball enjoyment wane. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they're doing. They're trying to, they take the joy out of everything, and they make you start rooting for someone because it becomes more of a, almost a, what's the word I'm looking for? It makes you go back to almost an animalistic or tribal. I think that's the best word we're looking for. You start thinking tribally, and then it's like, you know, I'm throwing logic and objectivity out the window. If you want to be like that, then I'm going to be tribal too. But I don't want to do that. I want to sit up here and I want to enjoy these games. So, salute to Angel Reese. And by the way, for all you guys that call me a simp, that shit don't affect me, man. I don't give a damn what you think I am, as far as if supporting a successful, beautiful black woman in sports when she's dealing with and continues to deal with an unfair media, which, by the way, many people in the media are purposely promoting the racism because they know it gets likes, hits, and views, and they're black themselves. And I'm supporting her, but that makes me a simp. Then I'm the biggest simp in the history of simping. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think. And by the way, do you understand what a simp is? Do you know what that term means? Like, a simp is a dude that basically puts himself in a situation where a a woman is not only just using him, but abusing him, and basically is taking away his manhood. What are you talking about? Me doing a video supporting an athlete makes you a simp? I mean, it just makes. I tell you, man, some of these dudes is crazy to me, man. But then some of these same dudes who keep talking about black women are this, black women are that, right? Black women are the devil. These are the same dudes I see out in public with their head down, walking behind their white queen, pushing the baby carriage while she on the phone and directing him and telling him what to do, how to talk, what to say. I'm just like, man, y'all, okay. Tell you, a lot of you guys are projecting bad.